What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another amazing episode of I Hate the Homies, episode number 118. The remix version, Rock Teasy is who I be.
And it's your boy Supa Dave. Send our prayers out there. Why you doing that?
That's your symbol, the Supa Dave symbol right there. Small.
The Supa Dave symbol. That is not the Supa Dave symbol. Don't try to create something and let somebody else figure that out. No.
Yes, sir. Now go ahead, dog. Continue. Yeah, we definitely want to shout out to our boy Griff. He's not going to be with us this week. His son is not feeling well, so he's tending to his family. So keep him in prayer.
Yeah, definitely.
But we got to continue to keep the reasons why you guys hate the homies continuing to go.
That's
Pimping.
Because of the person's talking right now. Well, right now. God, dog it, man.
Yeah. Let's get it popping.
Just get it popping, man.
So check this out, man. A lot of heavy football this week. Just say heavy football every week, man. College football playoff rankings just came out, the update. I'm excited to get into that. Of course, we're going to recap the NFL and your sorry Dallas Cowboys and my victorious Detroit Lions. But we'll get into that here real soon. And Mike Tyson, at the age of 58, stepping back into the ring to fight Jake Paul this weekend. We're going to give you our predictions of who we think is going to win that fight and why and all that good stuff. So we want to hear from you guys, too. So make sure you follow I Hate the Homies on social media and all the platforms right there to put your little 2 cents in, download, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's get it popping.
You done messed up, Aaron.
Yeah, huh? I've been geeking for this broadcast. Got me in my bag, cause all they do is talk a lot of trash. Wait until I see them face to face off of this podcast. What you gotta say now? Check the facts, don't have the wrong stat. Rock T, he a genius as a sport, make Ricky smile, boy. Supa Dave, Holly come up short on like it's Cowboys. Always controversial, Griff call out plays, no rehearsal. Got me talking all in circles. I hate the homies. And Griff be laughing like it's funny. But they never bet no money. They my mans, but they throw me. I hate the homies.
All right, man. College football playoff rankings. I'm sure you was in front of the television as they revealed the updated.
Yeah, but before that happened yesterday, I want to tell you this. I went to work out yesterday at the gym.
Right.
And do my shoulders, triceps. But I go to Crunch Fitness. They just opened up one in Cedar Hill.
Right.
Brand spanking new. So I just started there like 2 weeks ago. So yesterday, it was like a film crew there. And they were going in and out of the, I guess the aerobics, whatever you want to call it, the dance room.
Okay.
They do their stuff in there. So it was like 2 or 3 bodyguards there too. So I'm like trying to figure out what's going on there. So then as I'm doing my dips on a dip machine, the camera crew came behind me. I'm like, well, I know people want to videotape me. I mean, look at the body.
There you go. There you go.
I don't want to stop them from doing that. But then I turn my head and they're videotaping somebody else. And you won't believe who they're videotaping. Who's in town right now? Who's in town?
Who's in town?
This weekend.
Oh, Mike Tyson. Was it Mike? It was Mike or was it Jake? Which one?
Who was Jake, man? It was Jake.
Jake was in the building.
It was Jake Paul in Cedar Hill.
I love it, dog.
All the locations you can go to, but he was there yesterday. Nobody talked to him. Nobody messed with him. But when I looked behind, he was right on. He was doing the cable roll right behind me with the camera crew. And I said, "Oh, okay, that's Jake Paul." And I looked at him. I said, "I could take him. I really could."
Dog, Jake ain't no punk, bro. He for real.
I didn't say he was a punk. I just said I could take him. Then I said, "Why would I want to waste my face on that?" I said, No, I said Rock could take him. I said Rock could take him.
Look, man, so let's go ahead. Hey, you brought it up.
I had to tell you that story because I was surprised to see him there.
Let me tell you something, man. Mike Tyson, 58, Jake Paul, 27. When Jake first stepped into the ring 10 fights ago, everybody was like, here goes another YouTube star trying to think that they can step into the ring and fight real fighters. And he was, the first fight, of course, was against Nate Robinson. That was a celebrity thing. And he pretty much knocked, I think Nate Robinson still asleep from that knockout. And then every opponent he's matched up with, he's either beat him or he was like right there with him. And these are MMA fighters and real boxers. So Jake Paul is the real
deal. He hasn't beat a real boxer yet, right? I'm talking about a real boxer.
No, well, wait a minute. He did well because these fighters are now boxing and boxers are turning into MMA. So now it just depends on what day of the week they wake up on. One day they MMA, next day now I'm a professional boxer. So, but either way, these are professional fighters. Okay, and Jake Paul has held his own in every fight he's been in. Okay, now we got Mike Tyson. It's the 58-year-old version of Mike Tyson. It ain't the 25-year-old version.
Is he 58 or 60? Which one?
He's 58.
58, okay.
But it's still Mike Tyson. And if y'all ain't been following this, he's in the best shape. I've never seen his body look like it looks now. When he first came out of jail, when he first got out of prison, and he was all shredded, that's what his body is looking like right now at the age of 58. Like, he wasn't even in this good a shape when he was in his 20s. You know what I'm saying? He's always been kind of big and burly, but he was never like
a pit bull. That's what he looked like.
Yeah, dog. So and he says he's boxing 8 rounds Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. He boxes 8 rounds on those days. So he's doing full round boxing with his sparring partners out there. So he's ready for this fight. Now, Jake Paul has got a heavy hand. So if he connects with Mike, Mike's going down. Buster Douglas already proved that. Like, if you can connect with Mike, solid, he ain't gonna be able to take that punch too many times.
But you got to get to him.
You got to get to him. Mike he's an amazing defender. Like, he's always been quick in defense, whatever. So I'm excited, man. I think they're gonna go. It's 8 rounds, and this is officially sanctioned professional fight. This is not an exhibition. It's a sanctioned professional fight, 8 rounds, 2-minute rounds for 8 rounds.
And at Jerry's World, right?
Yep, AT&T Stadium, Dallas Cowboys Stadium in Arlington, Texas, man. So if this thing goes the full 8 rounds, you got to give the edge to Jake.
I give it to you. If it goes to 8 rounds, I got to give it to Jake. But if it's over in 3 or 4, it's Mike Tyson.
But
Mike Tyson getting the best of him then.
Yeah, absolutely. He might gonna have to get him out before 5 because Jake has proven that he can take a punch. Like, he's been hit a few times, pretty good in his 10 fights, and he's proven that he got a chin on him. So,
but about Mike Tyson,
has he been hit by Mike?
Okay, that's all I'm asking.
That's a different kind of punch.
Okay, all right.
Even if it is a 58-year-old version of it. So I can't wait, man. It's gonna be a good one. So before
I didn't understand the money part, because I think Jake gets 40 million and Mike will make 20 million from this fight. Why is that? Mike is the bigger name, right?
Yeah, Mike is definitely bigger name. I got to go back and research that one, bro. I
saw that the other day.
I thought it was 50-50.
No, it could be, but I'm just telling you what I saw the other day.
The only reason why Jake would get more is if it's kind of like what Floyd Mayweather does. When Mayweather is actually the promoter of his own fights, and when you're the promoter of your own fight, you'll get that extra higher percentage of the purse or whatever. So that's the only thing I can think of. If Jake's company is partnered with the promoters as a promoter, then that's probably why he's getting more. But okay. I don't know. Is it?
He will get 40 million if he knocks out the legend.
If he knocks him out.
If he knocks him out, and Tyson he's expecting to make 20 million.
So is he getting 40 million no matter what, or only if he knocks him out?
I'm here to make 40 million and knock out a legend. So no, he's gonna make 40 million. Period.
There it is. It's all about negotiating, man. So hey, either way, it's gonna be a great fight for the ages, literally the ages, because he's 27, Mike's 58. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna be there to watch all of it.
Will it be better than the Floyd Mayweather fight that he had with the MMA fighter?
Well, Floyd fought. You talking about Floyd when he fought Logan Paul, Jake's brother, big brother?
No, when he fought. You know what I'm talking about, the MMA fighter.
Oh, you talking about McGregor?
Yeah, McGregor.
That was a pretty good fight too. But this is Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is an aggressor. He's a fighter. Like Floyd Mayweather is a technician. He plays a lot of defense, whatever. So a lot of Floyd Mayweather's fights are actually boring. But if you love boxing, you love it because he's just a technician when he boxes, man. It's like he's putting on a lesson in the ring. So yeah, this fight I think is gonna be a little bit more exciting because Mike is like ding ding, ring the bell, let's go. We finna brawl. And when may the best man win.
I mean, I know you wanted to start with college football, but I had to start with that because it just caught me by surprise yesterday. Him being in Cedar Hill.
That's dope.
And all the locations you can go to with a Crunch Fitness or any other gym. It's a gym at every corner.
Yes, sir.
You pick that one. I mean, it's brand new and it's a nice gym.
I'm surprised he didn't go to Mayweather's gym. Mayweather got a gym in Cedar Hill as well.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Absolutely. It's a fitness gym, but they also do boxing and everything in there as well. Yeah. So but that's dope, man. I'm excited. We're gonna see what happens, man. Iron Mike back in the ring.
And nobody went up to him. I mean, he had bodyguards. He had about 3 or 4 guys that were there protecting him, and they were in a filming crew. But I mean, nobody paid attention to him. I mean, I just turned around, looked at him, and kept working out.
Are you ready for another Rock T Sports Genius? Prediction?
What's the prediction, man?
If Mike Tyson finds a way to win this fight, like if it doesn't go to distance, and he gets in within 5 rounds and win this fight,
yeah,
I bet he keeps boxing for another. Like, I ain't gonna say for another couple of years, but I think he'll take another fight probably within the next year or 6 months to a year. But while he's still in the best, like in the shape that he's in right now, why not? If he loses, I can see him kind of maybe being done. All right, it is what it is. But if he wins this fight, I can see him taking another one.
I mean, hell, if you could make that kind of money for a shot, I mean, would you take it?
Come on,
even if you wouldn't get a chance to make $40 million, like Paul is doing, but if you got a chance to make $20 million to get in the ring with Mike Tyson, would you do it?
Would I do it? Sure, I would.
How many rounds could you go?
Boy, I'd be sticking and moving like a jam, boy. I'd be sticking and moving. He got to catch me.
Would you make it out the first? Would you make it out the first round?
I'll make it out the first round because I'll be running. I'll put on a great front that I'm just like, look, I'm playing defense. I'm sticking and moving. I'm running. He gonna have to listen. He gonna have to cut the corner off. I'm gonna be dicking and dodging all over that doggone ring.
When you're watching the fight, what's the rounds? Like 2 minutes?
2 minute rounds. 8 of them.
Yeah, 2 minute rounds. When you're watching the fight, you go 2 minutes, man, please. But I'm telling you, you get in the ring. Listen, that 2 minutes feel like it's about an hour.
Listen, man, have you ever boxed before?
Yes, I have.
Listen, boxers, especially on this elite level, they are some of the most in shape athletes of all time because, man, you got to be very conditioned to box, especially on this level. But think about it, man. This is not an exhibition fight. Yeah, this is a real sanctioned professional fight, and I think Mike Tyson pushed for that because he's like, man, I busted my butt. I'm putting everything I got into this. I'm working. I'm treating this like a real fight. I think he wants to continue to fight for as long as he can while he's in the shape that he's in right now, especially if he wins this thing. Because now, can you imagine him, since this is a sanctioned fight, a real fight, beating Jake Paul, taking another fight, winning that one, and now he's opportunity to win for the heavyweight championship of the world.
But it has to be a big name if he wants to really make money.
At the age of 60.
At the age of,
because he
George Foreman stop?
He was in his 40s.
He's still in his 40s.
Yeah. I don't think he made it to. Well, maybe he did.
I think he made it to 50.
Did he?
When he got knocked out.
Was he? Did he make it to 50 as a heavyweight champ? We gotta look up that one. But can you imagine? I can see him beating Jake Paul, taking another fight within 2025 at the age of 59. Or he'll be almost 59 whenever his birthday is. But then having a heavyweight title fight at 59 or 60. Ooh, that would be, boy, come on. I'm down for it. Let's go, Mike. Let's go.
Are you going or are you watching?
I'm actually waiting to see if my tickets are available because if I got these tickets, I'm going. But either way, I'm either gonna be ringside or I'm gonna be at the crib on the couch. But I'm watching this bad boy. Let's get into college football there, Pimpin'. The rankings came out. Let's see what you think about them. You want to run it down? What you got?
All right. So I wasn't surprised by the order. I mean, it's all going to be shifted in the next couple of weeks because some of these teams are playing each other. So we'll find out who they really are. Oregon State, number 1. They're the best team really in college football.
Right. Put them in the national championship, in my opinion.
And because they have my quarterback that was at Oklahoma last year, Dylan Gabriel, now he's somewhere else. He's in Oregon and he's winning.
Killing it.
Ohio State, They got that one loss against who did they lose to? They got the one loss.
I think they should
It
flip.
was Oregon. They lost to Oregon.
Yeah. I think Texas should still be number 2. Ohio State should be 3, but keep going.
Okay, Texas number 3, Penn State number 4, Indiana number 5, BYU number 6, Tennessee number 7, Notre Dame 8, Miami 9 after losing to Georgia Tech. That was a horrible loss, but I've been telling you the last couple of weeks.
Yeah,
they've been skating on thin ice, man.
Yeah, it was just a matter of time, man. They weren't going to keep winning games like that the whole season.
I mean, Cam Ward can put up some incredible numbers each and every week, but that defense is not good for Miami. And back in the day when they won the championships, they had an elite defense.
Right.
Okay, so they got a quarterback now, but they can't stop anybody. You got Alabama at number 10. Great game by Jalen.
Man, they treated LSU like a JV high school team.
Brock, they got back to the basics. I mean, I don't understand coaches, man. I think
go ahead.
I think Kalen DeBoer came in to the Alabama team thinking that when you got Jalen Milroe, that okay, he can throw the ball a little bit. Maybe I can make him into another Michael Penix Jr. But he's not a pure passer. He's not. He's an athlete playing quarterback that can run the damn ball.
And he's going to be a running. He's going to be a running back or a wide receiver in the NFL at the next level.
Not a quarterback. Yes, absolutely. I agree with that. But they went back to the basics, and this is what Nick Saban did last year when he set him out, and they almost lost to. I forgot the game they almost lost to, but he came back after that, and they started running the ball, making it simple for him. Don't make him be something he's not. He's not a drop back quarterback. He's a running quarterback when he picks his spots when you can throw the ball. He's great at it, but don't put him in the pressure where he has to throw it 40 or 50 times a game because he is not that.
But he's definitely not your quarterback when you need to go down and score down in the 2-minute offense and go get a win. He's not that quarterback unless he's running it all the way up and down the field.
I mean, he did it last year. You got to remember the Auburn game.
Yeah. He called with them legs, man.
But I'm saying use his legs. Use what he does best. Don't try to make him something he's not. So they're at number 10. Ole Miss with the big upset over Georgia.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They're at number 11. Ole Miss. Did you watch that game?
I think I saw a quarter of it. I didn't watch a lot of it. When I seen that, I said, the part that I saw, I was like, yeah, Georgia in trouble. They in trouble.
Beck, he came into the year. I think he was like the number 1 quarterback.
His stock has dropped.
Top 3. His stock has dropped, man.
He may have dropped to the 2nd or 3rd round. Like for real. Definitely 2nd round. He ain't gonna be a 1st round pick.
In his last 6 games, he's thrown 12 interceptions.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be a 1st round pick. If anybody pick him in the 1st round, shame on you.
No, I mean you're not watching tape,
right?
And you need to be fired as a scout if you bring him in because he has not played great football or good football with the Georgia Bulldogs. He's been horrible with them. Georgia at number 12, and then is it Boise State?
Yep, Boise State at 13.
At 13.
But another dark horse.
I think the whole tricky part about this is I just gave you the rundown of the playoff committee, how they rank them. But then if the playoffs started today, Ohio State wouldn't be number 2.
And Georgia wouldn't even be in.
Georgia wouldn't be in right now.
They wouldn't even be in right now, exactly.
Boise State right now can run the table, especially if they win the Mountain West. They will have that 12th or 11th spot.
Yep.
So it's confusing when you look at the playoff rankings, but if you start breaking it down where they will be, it's not the same. It's not the same position. Oregon knows where they're going to be. It'll be Oregon, Texas, and Texas. They got a tough schedule coming up because they got to play Arkansas.
They'll beat Arkansas. Yeah, they beat Arkansas.
You got to remember that's an old Southwest Conference school.
Who picked Suey? Whatever they say out there, don't matter. Texas is gonna beat Arkansas, bro. Who else they got?
Okay, and then they got A&M. Final game of the year.
That's gonna be their game. That's gonna be the tough one right there. But they'll get past it.
And that could knock them out because what they're saying is they got the 8th easiest schedule in the.
You talking about knock them out the playoff period with just 2 losses?
It could knock them out the playoff.
I don't see that happening.
It's too many teams right now sitting at 8-2 or 7-2. To where if you lose a game, they're going to look at the strength of schedule. And their schedule has been weak. And that's what I've been telling you all season long. They haven't played anybody.
Listen, Texas is going to be in the national championship, bro. Texas and Oregon. I've been saying it since week 3. But
the national championship game.
The national championship game, Oregon and Texas. The only way that won't happen is if for some strange reason they match up with each other in the early rounds of the playoffs or whatever. But other than that, yeah, man, they're going if they listen, those are the two best teams in the country to me, in my opinion. Those are the two best teams in the entire country.
Texas is not the best team.
In my opinion, they are. That's my opinion. Listen, I watched and see, I get it. The strength of schedule may not be the strongest, and you're right there. But at the end of the day, I mean,
are they better than Ohio State?
Yeah, I think so. Absolutely. I think they'll beat Ohio State.
Are they better than Alabama?
Huh?
Are they better than Alabama?
Absolutely.
If Alabama's on the A game, you think Texas can?
I still think Texas can beat Alabama right now.
If Georgia
Texas defense is a pretty good defense, bro.
Secondary is not good.
They can match up with anybody in the NCAA, anybody in Division I with their defense.
What's their quality win?
Their quality win, Michigan.
Yeah. But it wasn't a quality win. It's
now because Michigan is what, they 5-5 or whatever. But at the beginning of the year, Michigan was ranked what? They was a top 10 team.
And they kept falling because they had no quarterback.
But
they were frauds.
At the time they played, they was a top 10 team.
They're not going to look at that.
And Texas knocked them off.
Are they going to look at that?
Texas beat Alabama last year. I know it's last year, but Texas beat them last year. Like, look, listen. All right. We'll see what's going to happen. But
okay, if the playoffs started today, this is your first round. This is how it will look. Boise State taking on Ohio State at the Horseshoe. You get to have that home game.
I haven't seen a full Boise State game yet. I know they got the running back.
Their defense is not on the same level.
Yeah. Ohio State wins that game, bro.
Okay. Notre Dame, Tennessee. Playing at Tennessee. Ole Miss, which is back in the picture now, after beating Georgia, will take on Penn State. So you're going to Penn State with the all-white.
I think
Penn State is not good.
I think Ole Miss can beat Penn State, bro.
Okay. And then Alabama traveling to Indiana.
Indiana wins that game.
In December.
Indiana wins. Indiana's for real, man. Indiana should be number 4, not Penn State.
They have not played anybody.
Indiana, listen, I've seen Indiana play 3 times this year because I wanted to make sure they for real. Like
they struggled against Michigan last week.
Michigan, even though Michigan is not having a strong year, they still Michigan doggone. They still a good, strong program.
But Michigan ain't got no offense, man. You know
man,
that.
Indiana wins. Indiana beats Alabama. Is that what you just said?
I didn't say. You said Indiana would beat Alabama.
Yeah, Indiana beats Alabama all day long, all day.
I think the fun part about all this is teams like Alabama, teams like Boise State probably play in that kind of weather, but teams like Alabama go to Indiana in December when it's snow outside.
Come on, dog.
So now you change the element now. I mean, I think I like that part where it's not a bowl game, it's a playoff game. It's a do or die. And the weather could play a key issue in who's going to win that football game.
Man, Indiana
got Alabama all day.
Indiana got some dogs up front on that defensive line, bro. They got some grown men. Like, yo, I was impressed. But go ahead, next game.
What's going to get to your team that you want to talk about too? Colorado.
Come on, man. If they win out, they in. I'm going to tell you, they in.
Say it again. If
they win out, they in. They got to get past Utah this week. As I've been saying,
Kansas.
It's not Kansas.
Kansas. Okay, all right.
Come on, man.
Did you watch Kansas against Iowa State?
I sure did.
Okay. Kansas got a team.
Listen,
man.
Colorado is for real. If you ain't convinced yet, when they're healthy, and look, they're still not healthy. Their stars are healthy, except Jimmy Horn, and he ain't even back yet. If he comes back, but on the defensive side, man, everybody on their defensive line, I think one of their starting linebackers their first stringers are hurt. They playing with the backups and still handling their business. Colorado is, listen, they for real. It ain't no fluke. This ain't no fairy tale, bro.
It is a fairy tale. They ain't play nobody.
Man, please. Colorado going to be
the Big 12, and you can look at what the committees think, the playoff committee think about the Big 12. Only one team's going to get in. And it's going to be the team that wins the Big 12 championship. That's it. It won't be a second team.
See, I don't even know if the Big 12 championship is that big of a factor.
Didn't
they say that the conference championships are not going to be a deciding factor if a team gets in or not?
They never said that. No, the conference championship is everything. If you win your conference championship, you're automatically in.
Okay, that's okay. Okay, I thought
you get to get especially like Oregon or the Big Ten or the SEC. You're in one between 1 and 4 spots. That's it. You're in.
Okay.
Everybody else falls in place to where like Alabama may be number 10. You
Well,
win
look,
the SEC championship game.
it's obvious. Colorado can't lose no more. If they win the rest of their games, they're in. Bottom line, period. And guess what? Guess what? It's showtime, baby. Buff Nation, it's showtime.
All of y'all are coming out at the gym. I went to the gym Sunday morning, and some dude was decked out in his Hispanic dude was decked out in prime gear, Colorado gear.
Come on, dog.
I'm like, man, he ain't never been a Colorado fan. Why y'all jumping on board, man?
Jump on prime, man. Come on, coach.
Prime
teasy my kneesy.
They're frauds.
No, they ain't.
They haven't beat anybody in the Big 12. That's fine.
Beat who's in front of you, and then see what happens. That's all I say. Beat who in front of you, and then let's see what happens.
I can't wait for next week, and I hope Utah beats them. I ain't gonna lie. And I was hoping for Texas Tech. Texas Tech got some bad calls in that game.
Hey, Texas Tech jumped out on them, but this goes back to what Colorado's like. Man, they don't panic. They starting to play, like they starting to really play football. They starting to coach like real football. Like you could tell the gelling is starting to happen, man. The chemistry from the coaching staff to the players, they look like a legitimate football team now. Before, there were some times they can look like it's a circus going on out there, but now, bro, they real. I'm telling you, they gonna beat Utah.
If you're asking me this question, they're better than what they were last season. Because last season y'all tried to build them up to be something they were not. Are they better than that last season? Yes, but I'll put them in the same category with some of the average teams in the Big 12. Look, I think all the teams in the Big 12 are average.
Look,
any of those teams. BYU is not even though they're undefeated. I don't think they're a great undefeated team. They won the games they're supposed to, but the Big 12 is soft. I'm just telling you, it's not the same. It ain't the same conference as the Big 10 and the SEC.
When you have two of the best players in the country on that offensive side of the ball, and Jimmy Horn, when he comes back, because I don't think he's out for the whole season. When he comes back, man, they got a three-headed monster on offense that can compete with anybody's defense in the country. Anybody. Now.
So you never thought they had a chance to lose that game?
Against Texas Tech?
Yeah.
Nope. Never. I watched the whole game, and I was never worried. Never.
I watched the whole game. I think
it was just a matter of time for everything to start clicking, man.
Well, I think the problem was when Texas Tech was dominating that first quarter, you can't, just like any team in the NFL or any team, period, you can't end with field goals because you're keeping the team in the game. Well, they should have been up 21-0.
Right. But you got to get some points. You can't. I mean, unless you're.
I know. I understand it, but I'm saying you can't keep settling for 3 points if you're really trying to win the game. At some point, you got to go for it.
Right. Or your defense got to be dogs. You know what I'm saying?
And they defense couldn't handle they did handle Colorado. The referees played a big factor in that. And the bottles came out again. All these schools now throwing bottles. It started with Texas. Now all these kids are doing that now. You get a bad call, bottles are coming out. Not tortillas, but bottles.
Yeah, they throwing that stuff out there, man. So they got to get a regulation on that bad boy. But Buff Nation, they're gonna be in the picture, bro. And once they get past Utah this weekend, I just hope and pray they don't have no hiccup game. Because sometimes you had them hiccup games where, oh yeah, they're gonna beat them, and that's the game you freaking lose. But I got faith in Buff Nation, baby.
They will beat Oklahoma State the final game of the season. Oklahoma State is the worst team in the Big 12. But I'm telling you, 2 games you better watch out for, which you just brought up, Utah. I'm telling you, don't sleep on Kansas. And you play in Kansas. I'm just telling you.
They're going to beat Kansas, dog. If they can go to Texas Tech environment, that Texas Tech environment is way worse than the Kansas environment for football. Yeah. Texas Tech.
Remember I told you this, because it's going to be over.
Hey, dog, I predicted all this stuff of what's happening with Colorado. Remember?
No, you didn't.
Remember?
No, you didn't.
Come on, dog. Just give me my props.
Give
me my props.
I ain't giving you props when
they're already over exceeding even what I said. But
I'm not giving you props when they play a soft ass schedule.
Bro, you said they wouldn't even be 500 with this soft schedule. So
I didn't know some of these teams gonna be as bad as them.
No, it doesn't matter. We never know. You never know until it plays out. My point is, I made.
Say it again. No, say what you said. You said until what? It plays out.
Yeah, we're gonna see how it plays out.
We'll find out about Utah and Kansas.
Yeah,
it plays out.
But I base my decisions off of what I see from the team that I'm talking about. the strength of schedule, yes, is a factor, but that's not my first reasoning behind things. My thing is, okay, how good is this team? Let's just start there. How good is the team first?
I don't think they're that good.
Man,
I think they're average.
We ain't even got to keep going on that one. Let's.
Okay.
What we got?
Just telling you, we're gonna find out later that they're just average. That's okay. We can move on to the NFL now.
Let's get it popping, man. NFL up next, and we're gonna start off with your sorry Dallas Cowboys. All right, so Dak Prescott, you never want nobody to have a season-ending injury. So man, I just keep him in prayer and all that good stuff. But
I ain't keeping him in prayer.
But Rush,
yeah, $60 million. I ain't keeping nobody in prayer. Go ahead.
Cooper Rush came in like, yo, man, I'm 6-1 as a starter. But it ain't that same team that had that dog defense a couple years ago. so Cooper Rush came in, his eyes was like a deer in the headlights, boy. He couldn't even catch the snap. He was like, then they started just dinking and dunking. I'll let you go ahead and talk about your team, man. But Cowboys are done. And don't be surprised if CeeDee Lamb try to get out his contract and leave.
They were done after week 2. I mean, being blown. This is a team that went undefeated at home last year into the Green Bay game and the playoff game where they lost. But in the regular season, they went undefeated. This could be the first team. I got to look it up. But this could be the first team went undefeated last year at home to go winless at home this year, the next season. They are horrible. They are a train wreck. And this starts at the top with Jerry Jones. He's the head of the snake. It follows by with the coaching staff, which I saw last year against Green Bay. They can't get these guys ready. And it starts with the players. These players are soft. This team is trash. You got names on this team.
Yeah, and it's
everybody makes excuses, and too many soft guys out there. Everybody want to keep blaming Jerry. I mean, Jerry plays a major part in this. But at the end of the day, when all I remember last season against Green Bay, he wasn't playing on the field. Those guys were not ready. And then you open the season the way they did, okay, they beat Cleveland. But the next 2 games after that, they were getting blown out at home, not on the road, at home.
I don't agree with everything that Jerry Jones does running the Cowboys, but you just said it. He ain't on the field playing nary a down. You can't look. You a player on the field. If you can't get up to compete at the highest level, which the NFL is, to put out a better performance than what you've been putting out this season, you can't blame Jerry Jones for that. He ain't taking nobody's snap. So come on. You can't blame him for what's happening on the field. You can blame him for the people that's playing on the field because he's in charge of who they pick in the draft and all that good stuff. But when you get on the field, you got to ball out. And if you overmatch, then okay, it is what it is. But you can't blame Jerry for that.
And on the coaching staff with Mike McCarthy, because this what really pisses me off. Because when he got the job, and they went 12-5 the last 3 years, but again, even I told you guys all you guys were trying to get me happy after a win, it's who they're playing. And when it was time to play the good teams, they didn't show up. That's the problem I have with the Cowboys, and that goes on coaching. Mike McCarthy took this job, and he told Jerry at the particular time he's been in his barn, wherever that is, reevaluating himself as a head coach, understanding different plays. But I watch this team now. What plays are they running? They look like a kindergarten team out there playing football against pros. They can't do anything right. And even last week, when they had a chance to have a lead probably at the half, CD couldn't see the ball because of the what? Of the sun coming through.
You got a $1 billion stadium. Close that doggone roof. Because it happened a couple weeks ago again.
It's not even the roof. It's coming in from the side, from the one end of the end zone.
Oh, it's coming in through windows?
Coming through windows that you won't put curtains on.
Man, put some tent. You can put tent, anything over that bad boy. Like there should never be no sun shining into that doggone $1 billion stadium.
It's the dumbest thing because Jerry said it's an advantage for us because we want to make sure our opponent can't see certain plays. But it's hurting you too.
It just backfired.
This ain't the first time we've seen it happen.
It's happened 3 times this year where the sun was a factor. It's like, but here's the deal. Micah Parsons, he's got a contract coming up soon, right? Is it after this year or 2 more years?
No, at the end he can get a contract, new contract.
Oh, he done. He gone. as much as he loves to be a Dallas Cowboy, here's why I think he can possibly be gone. Because everything, and we're not in the clubhouse, so we don't know everything that's going on. But from what I'm seeing on the sidelines, man, there's a lot of bickering, there's a lot of arguing, there's a lot of pointing the finger. So you can imagine if they're doing that on the sidelines out in public, what's happening behind closed doors in the locker room. So don't be shocked if he tests that doggone market and see who's gonna give him some money, and Jerry come back and try to match, and he says, man, deuces. Especially he's looking at the future. Okay, who's the future? Dak Prescott's going to come back after injury next year. We don't know what version he's going to be. Is he going to be the Dak Prescott that we used to seeing a few years ago?
No, because he's 31 years old. Remember that.
Exactly. Too. He's a little bit older. Is he going to be still sharp, whatever? And it's like,
he won't run the ball.
Right.
And
so it's like,
one time he did run the ball. What happened? He got hurt.
So Micah's going to be like, okay, I'm still young. I do love being because who wouldn't want to be a Dallas Cowboy? I mean, just to play for the Dallas Cowboys is amazing. But he like, listen, I'm gonna go to the highest contender, Kansas City Chiefs. Oh yeah, I come out there and play with Patrick. You ain't even got to pay me my top salary. Let's go to work. You follow me? Don't be surprised if he jumps ship on one of them top teams out there, them top contenders that's gonna contend every single year.
I think Jerry will pay him, but I just want to say this. I wish Griff was here because I always dog out the Raiders and what Al Davis did toward the end to them and what his son is doing now to the Raiders. The Cowboys are the worst team in the NFL. They are.
Well, probably the New York Jets may have something to say about that.
No, it's not. No, because at least they can move the ball up and down the field. The Cowboys can't do crap. They can't run the ball. They have no creativity with the play calling, and that's on Mike McCarthy. They can't stop anybody. They can't stop the run. They can't stop the pass. They're horrible.
Okay.
This team is on the same tier, probably with the 1-15 team, Jimmy's first year in '89.
Well, let me give you another potential Rock T Sports Genius prediction. This is probably very highly not going to happen, but let me paint this picture for you.
I know where you're going. Go ahead.
Let me paint this picture for
Everybody else is doing the same thing. I know what the picture is.
So, back to Buff Nation in prime time.
I knew that's where you were going.
His son, Shedeur Sanders, is about to be a first round pick in the NFL.
He's not coming here. You already paid Dak, so that's
then
out.
You got Travis Hunter, who's about to be a top pick in the NFL.
In Jacksonville. Keep going.
Then you got Shiloh, who could possibly be a late rounder in the NFL. But my point is, his two sons and his protege, Travis Hunter, are gone from Colorado after this year. Who's to say that Jerry Jones wouldn't pick up the phone and say, Prime Teasy, my kneesy, do you want this job? Now, I don't think Prime will accept it because I don't think Prime want to coach grown men. At
least we agree on that.
Yeah, if that really happened, I really think Prime would say, hey, thanks, Jerry, but no thanks, I'm good. But Prime is going to have a decision to make because his dogs are leaving. 3 of his main dogs are leaving, even though he's got the portal, even though he is who he is, and he got some good recruiting coming in. I'm curious to see how long does he really want to stay there. That's the part. We all knew that he wasn't going to be at Jackson State as long. We knew that was going to happen. But now he's in a program that he's not only rebuilding and getting back on the national platform, back ranked and all that good stuff. Okay, I would love for him to stay, 8-10 years or whatever, see what happens. But don't be surprised if Jerry gives him that invitation.
Yep. He might give him the invitation. And people, it's not just you, a lot of people on ESPN, everybody's talking about this crap now about him coming maybe to the Cowboys because of the show. And probably he's the only one that can Jerry actually listen to. I don't think so. I think Jerry and Steven, they have their mind made up on what they want to do and how they want to do it because you got to spend money to go get players. And they didn't do that this season. They didn't spend no money to go get anybody. They lost players. So, I don't see it happening. But if you want the circus, that's fine. But did Nick Saban, and it's what you said a few minutes ago, Nick Saban went to Miami, right? The Miami Dolphins. Mm-hmm. He left the NFL college game. He left the NFL to go back to college because of what? His stuff didn't work on grown men. And I think the same thing. Only a few coaches can do that. I don't think Prime is one that can do that with NFL guys will listen. That will he have their total attention like
No.
Jimmy Johnson did back in the day when he had that Cowboy team?
Man, Prime has got so much respect to everybody in the NFL. They will listen to him. I just think Prime wouldn't want to do it. But as far as he would demand respect instantly from the NFL players. Absolutely. I just think he wouldn't want to, even want to entertain that. That would be fun to see, though, dog. That would be fun to see.
It's a circus. It's another circus to add to this soap opera that I have in Dallas. I think what the Cowboys need to do, take the star off everybody's helmet. And they got to earn that star. So you can go the whole 17
I like that old school mentality. I
ain't talking about in practice. I'm saying through 17 games.
Yeah.
Nobody would have a star in their helmet right now.
I like that.
Team, except one guy. Who's that one guy that would have a star in his helmet? The kicker.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
Not even Micah. Micah's been disappointing this year.
The kicker, a dog. He kicking 70-yard field goals. If they give him a chance, he'll cook.
Not even Michael, because you know what these Cowboys are? They're frauds, and they're living on what Cowboys did in the past. On what Mike, Troy, all those guys, Drew Pearson, what they did in the past. They're coming in, and they're getting on these podcasts, making money on the side. They're not putting the work in like those guys did to be a championship team. That's the difference between those Cowboys and these Cowboys. These Cowboys are frauds, and they're soft. And one thing I keep bringing up to you guys, it was on ESPN last year at the end of the game, at the end of the season, what's his name? DeMarcus Lawrence came on ESPN First Take with Stephen A. Smith after they lost to Green Bay. I never will forget this because this stays with me because this is the whole entire team. Even though he wasn't speaking for the entire team, he said this. Stephen said, "What happened in that Green Bay game?" What was his words for DeMarcus? What did DeMarcus Lawrence say?
What did he say?
We were tired.
No.
17 weeks. Everybody else is playing the same way. The same way. But your excuse to say we were tired.
You just as tired as Green Bay because they played the same amount of games as you played.
They had to fight their way into the playoffs.
Come on, man.
And they kicked our ass up and down the field.
Let's move on to a better topic and talk about my Detroit Lions real fast. The only team.
I was impressed.
The only team that can throw 5 interceptions, even though one was a Hail Mary and one was a tip pass, but still 5 interceptions and find a way to win. This is why
Tony Romo did that when they beat Buffalo years ago. He threw 5 interceptions in that game.
I knew he was gonna bring your boy up. But my point is this. This is all ingredients of a championship caliber team, man. And I'm not just saying this because I'm a Lions fan. Detroit Lions are the best team in the league. They're better than the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like I know Kansas City's undefeated. We beat them, but they're undefeated or whatever. But we're a better team than the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, but Kansas City's defense.
Okay, that's all.
Maybe better than our defense.
Maybe they are.
But hey, bro, we ain't no punch now. No. We ain't no pushover.
Y'all secondary is not that. When y'all lost Hutchinson, that changed everything.
Yeah, but exactly that you just made the point that I was about to point because if Hutchinson's back in the defense, okay, now we got to flip a coin on this one now. But he's not in it, and we still, we're not. Of course, we're better with him in offense, but we still holding our own on defense, man. And we're finding a way to win the doggone game, and we're not panicking, man. Dan Campbell, if he don't win Coach of the Year, it's like, come on. Did he win it last year? Who won it last year?
I don't think he won it last year.
He didn't win it last. He should have won it last year, but he definitely should win it this year. Like, come on, man. This dude, he got everybody on board. Everybody is like, man, whatever you say, Coach, we doing it. And I love it. I'm having a good time as a fan.
I can't argue that point.
I just don't see nobody beating us.
Because even when they were down at Houston, he made all these facial expressions, but he said something about coming out. They interviewed him coming out to half, and all he said was, "We're still in this game. We get a turnover." As they're interviewing him,
we get a turnover. As they're interviewing,
and I said, "Okay, here's the comeback."
Come on,
he said it, and it happened.
And let me tell you about Jared Goff. The Rams version of Jared Goff, he would probably threw 10 interceptions. He stayed every interception. He was just like, man, that's messed up. But all right, let's go. Let's keep playing. Man, Campbell got his head like really believing that he's Tom Brady. Like, you're just as good as Tom Brady. Don't worry about the mistakes. Just focus on what's next. Goff was never shook. And I'm like, because of that, shoot, man.
Well, no, because he kept throwing the ball. But you know what? They got back to the basics. You run the ball. and they play action. They play action works. And that's the one thing the Cowboys have a problem with. Dak didn't have a running game this year. He's great at with play action. Now you're asking him to play without that play action, and he's throwing in tight windows, and he can't do it. He's making too many mistakes. And same thing with golf. With golf the other day, play action wasn't working. Houston was stopping the run, but in the second half, you got a different game. Once they got the turnover, it was a different game at that point. And I said, I knew Houston was gonna lose that game.
Come on, dog. I love it.
To me, they're the second best team in the NFL.
I mean, only because Kansas City is undefeated. That's the only
I don't even want to go out undefeated, but they find a way to win. And I saw that last year. You saw it last year when they went on the playoff run and went to the Super Bowl. Even the 49ers had them down 10 points in the Super Bowl. For the second time.
We're 1 4th down away from going to the Super Bowl last year. When we went for that 4th down, I love going for 4th downs.
Now you're saying it.
That's one that I wouldn't have done it. But I'm all in 99.9% with Campbell going for it majority of the time. That one time, because of the game. Like if it was a regular season game, okay, let's go for it. Because of the playoffs and we can get to the Super Bowl, I'm like, all right, Dan, come on, man. Now, let's punt this thing away.
You didn't say that after the game last. You admit it now. That's what I said. Take the field goal.
Yeah, you got to take that one. You got to take that one. You had the
momentum. You had the momentum in that second half. Going into the second half, you gave them momentum once they stopped you.
Man. But here's the deal.
Entire game.
But here, even though I changed my stance now from then, I'm still all in. I mean, I'm just making my point, but I'm still, let's go. Because that's how we play. We going for it. That's what that grit is all about, man. Let's go.
Y'all the best team in the NFC. And the Kansas City Chiefs are the best team in the AFC.
So let's match it up. Let's match it up. Let's match it up in the Super Bowl, baby.
That's the only game I really want to see. I don't want to see Green Bay. I don't want to see anybody else from the NFC. Philadelphia they're frauds because they'll play good for 2 quarters, but then they'll disappear on you. So you know what Philadelphia team. But Detroit played hard like their head coach wants them to play for 4 quarters. Even with all those mistakes in that game, they found a way to win.
Ball game, victory.
And only one guy could do that too, like Jared Goff, and that's Tony Romo.
Oh, come on, man. Let's go to the picks now. Let's get these picks and get on out the way, dog.
I can get my guy in. I'm living on the pass.
Let's get the picks, man. Let's rock and roll.
All right, Thursday night should be a good one. The Commanders at the Eagles.
Oh, Washington.
Give me the Eagles. I don't want to see Washington succeed.
I do. I'm all for Jaden Daniels. He's doing his thing, man. I
don't like neither one of them.
I never was the Redskins. I'm the same way. I can never care less about the Redskins, but except when Doug Williams was the quarterback. But I like what Jaden is doing. I'm riding for Washington. Let's go.
Starting Sunday, Ravens at the Steelers. This could be a really good one.
Yeah, this
Russell Wilson back now. They got a pass. A guy can throw the ball down the field. Can get the ball to receivers.
Pittsburgh, buddy. Pittsburgh at home. Let's go.
Give me Pittsburgh. The Jaguars at the Lions. Give me the Lions. I ain't wasting my time on that.
Yeah, that's not even on. Come on, man.
The Rams at the Patriots. Another bad game, but the Rams coming off the loss against who did they play this past week?
Pick the Rams and win this one. They beat Miami beat them. Right?
Yeah, Miami beat them. Okay, I got you. The Browns at the Saints. Oh.
Come on, man. I'm picking the Saints on this one. Is Carr? He's still healthy, right? He's still playing.
Yeah.
Give me the Saints.
And the new head coach, the new interim coach, got his first win last week. But the Saints, that's their first win since beating the Cowboys.
That's a doggone shame.
The 2 wins was the Panthers and the Cowboys.
That's a doggone shame.
The Colts at the Jets. What about? See, you want to call yourself a sports genius? Well, let's talk about your guy.
Yep. He made Aaron Rodgers made me look bad. I'm done. Give me Indy, and I think the Jets could really win this game, but give me Indy.
So now you see.
I'm not even.
Age is playing a factor, right?
Man, age. He ain't even checked in, man. He's never checked himself into this season yet mentally. So
he's living on his name. He's living on his name for that one Super Bowl. Give me the Colts, the Vikings, and against the Titans.
Minnesota.
Give me Minnesota too. The Raiders at the Dolphins. Give me the Dolphins. I ain't wasting my time.
Yep. Give me Miami.
The Packers at the Bears. The Bears have just fallen since that Hail Mary.
I told y'all.
Washington.
I told you he's not a starting quarterback. He's another one. He's another Caleb. Yeah, he's a backup in my opinion in the NFL.
But I hate when you say it. Okay, listen. The only reason I'm arguing with
very talented, but he's not a starter, man.
But what plays a big factor in that? Coaching too. He doesn't have the right coaching staff with him.
Listen, I call it like I see it, bro. I call it like I see it. Next game.
So hold on. Let me ask you this: would Patrick Mahomes be the same guy he is now if he was with Mike McCarthy?
I think he would still be a very great player. He may not have. He would probably have.
Would he be the player he is now?
He would have two. He would probably have 2 Super Bowls versus what he got.
With Mike McCarthy?
Yeah, he's that talented. No. He's that talented. He's that talented.
To come out of Texas Tech, somebody would have had him in the early rounds.
It doesn't matter. Patrick Mahomes is that guy. He's that dude for real.
Coaching plays a part of it too.
Man, you put Patrick Mahomes on the Chicago Bears right now. They're going to be winning games. I guarantee you. With that coaching staff, with that team, because it's Patrick, man. Come on, look what Tom Brady did.
But okay, and Bill Belichick played a part in that.
Look what Peyton Manning did. Come on, man.
And those coaches play a part in that, Rock. If you got the wrong coach and the wrong offensive coordinator, it plays a part.
Yeah, but
let me say this: when Aikman started with the Cowboys in '89, people wanted to get rid of Aikman.
That was his rookie year. That was his rookie year, right?
No. The first 2 or 3 years they wanted to get. Remember they brought in the kid from Miami that won a national championship. Even Jimmy brought him in. Was that
his second? What?
That was his second and third year.
All right, so let me say this. Here's the difference between Troy Aikman and Patrick Mahomes. Troy was a very, very, very good quarterback. Hall of Famer. He's a very good quarterback, but he ain't Patrick Mahomes. Like, you can't, Patrick Mahomes came into the league balling from a rookie, from first play he came in a dog. You just made a point. What's his name?
He didn't come in balling. He was sitting on the bench for a while.
Yeah, but when he got his number called to go into the game and play,
he was okay. He was okay the first few games he played. It was the next year.
Patrick been a magician.
It was the next year.
Go back and look at his stats. His first year he started playing, and then talk to me. Let's keep these picks going.
I'm gonna pull them up in a minute.
Keep these picks going.
So you don't think coaching plays a part in this?
Coaching plays a big part, but you got to give some credit to that quarterback too. Now,
I'm not taking anything.
Sometimes the quarterback made the coaching look good.
Aaron Rodgers made Mike McCarthy look good for 1 year, right?
In Green Bay. That was a different team. That Green Bay team was a good man on both sides of the ball. They had some dogs now. Come on now.
The Falcons at the Broncos.
Denver. Bo Nix.
I don't trust the Falcons. Denver they played a close game against Kansas City, but that's in their division. Division games are always tough.
Give me Denver.
Give me Denver too. The Seahawks at the 49ers.
San Fran is not the same.
Yeah, but they got McCaffrey back.
And they're at home. Give me San Fran.
And they're at home. Give me the 49ers. This was the game of the day. Chiefs at the Bills.
Oh, I'm taking. You know what? Even though they both throwing interceptions, this could be the first loss for Kansas City.
I'm with you.
This could be the first loss for Kansas City because they've been. Yeah.
It's almost like the Miami Hurricanes where you've been on thin ice, getting by,
and they always play good games.
Yeah,
like Buffalo, KC, it's always going down to a doggone field goal. So give me Buffalo for this one right here.
Give me Buffalo, but the Buffalo is just like the Bengals. They play close with Kansas City, but just like the Bengals, they make a mistake at the end. It costs them the game. They have the game in hand, but they make that one critical mistake. So, but give me the Bills. I'll go with the Bills this time too. Kansas City get their first loss. The Bengals at the Chargers.
Chargers, man. Give me the Bengals. I'm taking Cincy.
Chargers 6-3. Bengals, they got a great offense, but their defense can't stop nobody. That's the problem. Give me the Chargers. And then on Monday night, we got to sit through this crap. The people in Houston to be happy. The Houston Texans against the Cowboys. at the Death Star.
Houston.
Give me Houston. I ain't picking my team no more. I'm telling you, they're gonna go winless at home this year. They won every game last year at home except the playoff game. They're gonna lose every game this year at home.
They're gonna give Cooper Rush one more time before they bring in a veteran off the couch next week.
And the guy you made a fourth round, you gave a fourth round.
They ain't playing him. They ain't playing him. They'd rather bring in a veteran off the couch.
They brought in Greer. They brought in a guy that was here before.
Colin Kaepernick.
No, okay.
Colin Kaepernick. It can't be no worse than this. Come on,
man.
I
agree. You can't be no worse than this, but they ain't bringing him in.
Well, there it is, man. That's all the picks. That's all the games.
That's all the picks, man.
There it is, man. So let's see how we do, and let the circus continue, Dak. And I'm not talking about Buffalo. I Hate the Homies podcast, man. Thank you a lot for making everything happen for us. Keep the 5-star reviews coming, man. We love y'all. Appreciate you. Download, subscribe. We'll see y'all next time doing the same thing. Rock Teasy is who I be.
And it's your boy Supa Dave. But guess what, y'all?
We don't care. Pimping. Deuces.
I hate the homies.